Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and today is August 2nd. We officially have 3 weeks left in the season. Now, just a reminder, on August 23rd when the new season launches, it's going to launch at like 10 a.m. Pacific. But before that, I will be live streaming whenever we know the official time for the showcase, which is going to be the Season 18 reveal. Unless things leak, it'll probably be around that time. Also, everybody basically expects that we're going to get a tease for Nightfall because we're told about the future of the Destiny franchise. So you have to imagine the new expansion is going to get teased in there. It's kind of the summertime. I don't think we're going to get a date. It might say like spring next year, and that's about as narrowed down as I expect it. Might just say next year, and we'll see if they need to delay it or not. But outside of that, you do have 3 weeks left in the season, and there are actually a few things that you might want to do in this third week, or, in this week, which is the third one. Number one, Solstice. This is the last week of the Solstice event. So if you're looking for the Flamekeeper title, if you're looking for, knocking all of this out, gilding anything, if you're looking to make your first progress on the Reveler, which is going to be all four, Guardian Games, Festival, Dawning, and Solstice, if you want to work on either of those, it's your last week to knock that stuff out. They did today actually patch. If you want to work on your other characters, the progress for your challenges on alternate characters should be, faster, like doubled and possibly tripled on the third character. That was in the hotfix today. So if you're looking to work on that one, your challenges, all of these event challenges for alternate characters, once you finish the first one, should go faster. So if you grinded it out already, I am very sorry, because I know some people on Twitter already did. If you haven't grinded it out yet, and you're like, I don't know if I really want to, but now you've got some time in this week that you could do it. Now it actually could be worth your while. If things go twice as fast or maybe 3 times as fast for that last character, it's going to go probably crazy quick. Next thing, seasonal challenges. Depending on what you're working on, there are certain things that are time specific. One of them specifically being momentum control. Right now, this week is probably the last time this season you're going to be seeing momentum control right here in PvP. It's a fun little playlist. Basically, all your primaries hit like a truck, and everybody ends up using like scout rifles and pulses, autos. I mean, you mow people down with a lot of things. You'll get picked off with, toe shots with a sniper rifle, but it's just goofy. Go kill about 75 people in there. You'll be good to go. So that is only going to be around this week. I would not imagine you will see this playlist, the momentum control, in the last 2 weeks of the season. Just my assumption, but I'm guessing it will not come back before the end of the season. So if you want that challenge, which is one of the easier ones to knock out, if you haven't done it yet, now is a good time to do that. The other major thing that I want to point out, at least for activity-wise, is Vanguard. And that's going to be your Nightfalls. You've got double Nightfall drops all week. And the Nightfall is the Inverted Spire. It is a very easy Nightfall to do. Now, when it comes to double drops, you're going to see double cores, depending on what level you do it on. Double cores, double, prisms. I mean, I've done, when these double rewards are on, I've done these on Hero before, which are match made, and you just, march through it as long as somebody can manage champions. Just make sure you got them and you're okay. I've seen, 2 cores drop and 2 prisms drop. 1 core, 2 prisms. 3 cores, 1 prism. If you need either of those 2 currencies, it is a really good place to farm those. So if you are in need, this is a good time to do those. Now, the Nightfall weapon, it's uncommon on Hero. You could go through 10 of these things on Hero and maybe not see one of them. But you will potentially eventually see a Nightfall drop on Hero, a Nightfall weapon. Legend, you'll see it more frequently. Master, you'll see it much more frequently on these 2 difficulties. And of course, if you have a group, jump up to Grandmaster, double Nightfall rewards, along with everything else, you're going to be seeing just everything dropping here. You're going to see Ascendant Shards. You're going to get 1 or 2 of those. Double exotics, double rolls on the Nightfall weapon, which is, this week, the Hothead. And this rocket launcher is only going to be basically available this week, and then it's kind of gone. So if you're doing a Grandmaster, obviously you've got the Adept version you'll be going for. Adept big ones would probably be the benefit here for big targets, which has some benefit there because not many things can get that. But even the normal Hothead, it is going to be an adaptive frame. Does not have intrinsic tracking to it, but you can get Vorpal. It is only down to 10% though. But you've still got some decent perks on an Arc rocket launcher, and it's just one of those rocket launchers that still actually fits in pretty well. Somebody has Gallahorn, 2 other people have a Hothead. It can put in some work. But the big thing is, this weapon itself is going to be one of those that kind of gets content vaulted. It's going to be taken out of the rotation for Nightfalls, and basically everywhere out of the game, it's going to be kind of tucked away in the content vault till the unknown future. So if you are looking to get a Hothead or an Adept Hothead, this is kind of your shot this week before it is tucked away in the vault for theoretically for good. Who knows if they'll bring it back, but if they keep re-bringing this stuff back, all of us do get a little tired, so it could be a long time till you see it. Now, is it the only arc rocket launcher out there? No. You got the Huscal, that's an adaptive frame. Shining Sphere, if you still have one. Heretic is definitely one, that's an aggressive frame. There's one more I'm thinking of, and I think it's tucked away back here. Sleepless is another one, a little higher handling on that one. It's high impact frame. But depending on what you're looking for, it's still one of those rocket launchers that you may not be able to get. And I think it's the only adept rocket launcher outside of a Trials one, which I don't even think this thing's in the rotation either anymore. So if you want an adept rocket launcher, it's probably the only way to get one is to do the Grandmaster this week. And honestly, like Fallout put a great video out over it. It's really not too bad. Yes, you're going to have some shields, you're going to have some champions, but it's an old strike. The older strikes, especially like Inverted Spire, you can nuke the boss because you have an arc burn. And if you can get a couple Titans with Curious of the Falling Star, you can literally delete the boss, couple rocket launchers in as you fly in. If you can get to the boss, you can just shut him down before basically anything happens. So it's definitely a very farmable one as well. So one thing to consider is trying to find a group. Go to an LFG. See if there's anybody out there who's going to be running Grandmasters. Because if you're looking for that weapon last time, if you're looking for exotics, if you're looking for Ascended Shards, this is the week with double Nightfall drops on a very easy strike to farm the ever-loving crap out of Nightfalls. And if you're looking to try and get your reputation up, you're going to be spending some time in there anyway. If you're trying to get the challenge to get, say, the seasonal weapon ornament from Vanguard, I'm not that far away, so I'll definitely be spending a little time in here as well. But I think that basically wraps up most of it. Last week for Solstice, so if you're doing that, last time you're probably going to see momentum control in the Crucible, and the Nightfall or Grandmaster Nightfall are going to be very rewarding. Last couple things I did want to like kind of get a quick shout out for. They're not like god rolls, but it is one of those things you might think it's kind of cool to have, depending on if this gun is ever good. This one has rapid hit and headstone. So it's a Stasis Scout. It's got a headstone, so if you got a Stasis build, maybe it's beneficial. You've got range and range, so not horrible there. I don't love this scout rifle personally, but I do feel like rapid hit, get a little stability and reload speed. Headstone, if you can make that, put some work. Alloy mag with some reload speed. Not a horrible combination. Not amazing. I don't really love the way this thing fires. But if this is one of those that you were looking for, maybe it is. Also, the Lunu Lada, which I probably mispronounce that every time, Lunu Lada 4B. You've got Polymer String, which is going to get the draw time about as low as possible. Vice Stinger makes the draw speed even faster. You've got Successful Warm-Up, which can make it even faster. Now, this is going to give you a little stability, handling, and range if you get a grenade hit or a charged melee hit, which, that I don't really care about. This could definitely be better. I think if Archer's Tempo is here, it could be, like, God tier. But it's also one of those moments where you don't have a masterwork down here. It's one of those things like Zerg gets weird broken masterworks where there's like impact on a hand cannon. And now you have Banshee with some busted weapons too. So I think this could be cool with the combination of like very low draw time. You don't even have a draw time masterwork at all. There's no masterwork. So it is kind of lacking in that department. Timed payload on a hand cannon. Every so often, overload is a hand cannon thing. And hand cannons with time payload or explosive payload have that double tap nature to them where it hits once and it hits again. And it really helps. You only have to shoot the overload champion basically twice to stun them. So if you don't have like a solar hand cannon with, a good stunning capability, might be a decent one to pick up and throw in your vault. It's also got slide shot on it. Not going to be amazing or anything probably for PvP because you got appended mag and you've got hit mark handling, not god tier, but this perk for a solar hand cannon, maybe for farming lost sectors or something, it may have some benefits. So I wanted to call those couple out as well. But that's basically it. I really am going to miss the grass in the tower. It's kind of nice and refreshing and bright to see it in the tower. So next week that will be gone. If I do a solo video of the Nightfall, that'll probably be the other thing you guys see from me here coming up as well. So stay tuned. Might experiment and do that. But now is the time. Work on your seasonal challenges. Start your bounty prep that you're doing. If you're getting ready for next season, you got 3 weeks. You got plenty of time to work on all of that stuff. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like below. Leave a comment if you want to just say hello, or maybe there's something I missed from this week that's going to be good. The rolls over at Banshee, by the way, they're only going to be valid for about 24 hours from the start of this video. So Wednesday at about 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific, those rolls are going to switch perks. The guns will be there, but the perks will be different. That still seems to be a bug that Banshee has, so I think those will still change tomorrow. So stay tuned. If you want the weapons that Banshee has for some reason, get in there in the first 24 hours. If you missed it, it's not anything too crucial that you're missing. But again, Solstice, momentum controlled, Nightfalls, take advantage of it this week. It's going to be your last week to get the weapon, to get that challenge done, and everything else. So, If you guys want to find me on Twitch or Twitter, it is Ebontis right here on YouTube. I know many of you are still not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell. Season 18, I will be going crazy with content and everything, especially in those first few days. So hit that sub button and you guys will get content from me to you. If you guys are already YouTube members or Patreon subs, thanks for the extra support. I'll see you soon.